So I don't know if you can see that, everyone. We ended up finding a brake rotor that is warped. I actually thought it was the clutch was a little tight. We haven't touched the kart since his 1200 to win race at the Punk 100. But what we discovered is Corey literally cupped the brake rotor from trail braking. So we're gonna have to change that out. Yeah, pretty crazy. So I think we're gonna go with a thick rotor because Corey's definitely trail braking a lot more. And like I told you in another video, Dad's been kind of working on it too because it actually makes it faster in certain track conditions. So, but Wyatt Wolfe Jr., old man over there, Wyatt Wolfe Sr. Corey's off somewhere. He'll be back here in a second. So it is. What is the date today, old man? It is December 11th. Yes. Something like that. December 11th. The noise he's doing over there is he's actually flipping the 1200 to win tires. Because those are the tires we're going to run in Emma when we head down to Emma here in about 6-ish weeks. So it's coming quick, everyone. It's coming fast. So he's over there doing that. Corey does some body repair. There's the Momo.
Hey, y'all.
Grabbing a smoke, huh?
Yeah.
Of course, Stormy, the shop dog. So Corey did some work during the week, huh?
Yeah.
Had to repair that nose from Rice Lake. It was a little bit of a rough track that night.
Big gouge up in there, fixing that.
Yeah, had to repair that.
Tore the corner up a bit.
Corey repaired that. What are we gonna do with the graphics, huh?
I figured duct tape. Hey. I actually have some of that. Yeah, he's got some.
So, yeah, I mean, we have to talk about this. We'll probably want to pull these bolts out, huh?
I don't know. I was thinking about leaving it.
Leaving it? Well,
if an indoor track, I don't know.
Yeah, if you remember, everyone, we ended up trying to get ground clearance with the nose for at Rice Lake. And one of the ways is we basically, because this floats. Yep. And one of the ways is we basically tipped it up, bolted it in place, and it raised the nose up just a little bit. Besides actually doing washers. Yep. So, which we'll probably put that back, though. Yep. Put that back to even. We don't need it all the way up. So.
Word.
So yeah, so the goal was to get Corey's kart done, scaled, and ready to race.
Yep.
And then we can tuck you off to the side and then concentrate on getting the old man ready.
Yep. We got a lot of work to do on that guy.
Yeah, we got to put that, well, that kart over there again, that's from Ryan Fink borrowing it to us. So we're going to swap axles, get the seat mounted, front end on it. So got quite a bit of work. Predator motor won't be ready here for about another month. So once we get that, then we get them on the scales, and then we're going racing. So goal today, though, is like I said, finish off Corey. I need to clean his clutch, change the clutch gear. I think we're going to go with the 1366 as our starting basis. Yep. So we'll change the rear gear, because I know that's a 69 from when we ran Rice Lake. And then basically put it all back together, change a few things on the front end. We're going to get on the scales, because you're going to start with the same scale numbers we ran at Rice Lake.
Sounds good.
Those seem to be a very good base number for him.
Yep. So
we're going to do that.
I like it.
And then afterwards, he's done, but then I'll order a brake rotor. And at some point, Corey will have to switch out the brake rotor on it. Put a thicker one on there. Okay. I'll talk to Chad Waller, though, make sure that maybe there's something else different that we can do just to verify. But 50 laps, man.
That'll do it.
As we were talking, you were rolling.
I was rolling.
Yes. Yes, the doggy wants to play. The doggy wants to play. So besides flipping them tires, he's going to dismount, which you already did that, didn't you? He already beat me to it. He dismounted a set of Hoosier D20s. Cooper Heights, a new young driver. We're going to sell him one of our sets of tires. Of course, tires right now, they're at $300 a pop for a set of Hoosier D20s, and they're probably going to go up even more. Also, there is none in stock. We're not even looking at getting them until maybe March. We bought 2 sets, but I'm still needing 2 left front, well, actually 3 left fronts because we bought a set for another driver, and a right side tire. So we're still owed tires. So yeah, tire shortage, man. You gotta love what COVID has brought us. No comment. I was waiting for a comment.
I don't know if necessarily call it COVID.
COVID, and I don't know what to blame it on. But the shortage we're dealing with is ridiculous, and we're not going to get out of it for a long time. It's going to be a struggle. But anyways, we are going to keep working, because we've been working for a little while. I just finally clicked the video on. So as I said, like Dad said earlier, we don't stop. We're still doing stuff even in the wintertime for racing. So I'm going to put you guys down. We'll do a little bit of work, and I'll jump back here in a little bit. Doing, Momo?
Doing some plumbing.
Plumbing.
Yeah, new fuel line. And got to add so running clone. I can have a temperature sensor. So just running all the wires. And
Temp sensor, and then since we're indoors, the GPS won't get it, so we got to put a lap timer on it. So we got to face it out. Maybe I'll message and find out the track provides one in which direction. So just doing some plumbing. OCD kicking in.
oh god, yeah.
Sorry.
I'm the same way. It's got to be done the right way. My way.
Yeah. Trying to let somebody do it.
And old man over here, what you got going on besides playing with the dog?
I just put my front bumper off mine on there.
On the Scythe.
Gotta hook the lines up. Linkage up, and then I'm gonna pull the rear axle off.
Put your axle on
Switch
it.
that out.
Sounds like a plan. Poor Ryan, he couldn't even give it to us clean.
Golly.
He felt bad. He was like, I'm sorry, it's so dirty. It's all good, bud. It's all good. It's gonna get dirty anyways.
We'll give it back to him.
We'll give it back to him dirty?
Yeah.
True that. As you see, Corey's been working on her pit cart a little bit. He actually designed it to put the toolbox right there in that cradle. But now we got it sitting over here.
Just for ideas. Don't know how we're going to set it up yet.
So it's, like I said, we're probably going to go through quite a few versions of this.
Yeah.
But we got a chemical container that I had in my toolbox. We got a fold-up table that we might add on it. So, yeah, it's never ending. Always trying to make things easier and better. We figured if we're building it for the indoors, we may as well build it so we can use it at the outdoor tracks. So, all right, I'm going to change the clutch driver quick, and then put the gear on the rear. And Corey's just going to keep plunking away on what he's doing. Suppose you want to see my face in the screen, don't you? There we go.
Nah.
This wonderful time of year with everyone getting sick.
Yep.
My kids just went through hand, foot, mouth. That was freaking terrible.
Our household just went through cold.
Yep. And now we're all going through it too.
Yep.
Daycare won't shut down. They got half their school with hand, foot, mouth. One of the contagious sicknesses you can get as a kid, but we'll shut it down for COVID if we had COVID.
More contagious than COVID.
Makes a lot of sense, everyone. All right, we all got our own different opinions on COVID, but anyways, I'm gonna jump off that rant.
Somewhere right, somewhere wrong.
Everyone's got their view.
Let's go, Brandon.
Oh, now we're shutting the vlog. Okay, we're
Let's
gonna.
go, Brandon.
Oh my goodness. All right, we'll be back in a bit.
Yeah, that was nice and everything.
All right. As you see, old man's been busy putting that cart together.
Oh, he's been cranking. Sorry.
Making us look bad.
Yeah.
Do I got a beep?
Yeah.
I got a beep over here. Beep. He said, son of a beep.
I do that anyway.
You're a beep?
No, I make you look bad.
You, well, old man.
He's been working away.
Well, I took the steering column off that was on here.
Hang on, copyright.
Yeah.
Alright.
So I changed the steering column off my Minicon onto this Scythe. So I took Ryan's off because his was longer. Shouldn't have play in your hubs.
No, found there's play in the spindles. The spindles aren't tight.
Shouldn't have play in them.
No.
Um,
So we'll have to go through that. We're gonna reset the caster to factory.
yeah, we'll put the ride heights at the spindle heights at neutral, and then we'll scale after we get the seats set and everything else. So I got the pedals in. This is my nose off of my cart because I got my footrest here. I got my steering column on. Got my I got to put my other tack on. And,
Yeah, you got a Micron 5 now.
Yeah.
Word.
Fancy.
Fancy.
So basically, running my steering column, my nose bumper, my seat, my tie rods.
Oh, you're
I'm
gonna
gonna run my rear end.
Yeah.
So we'll throw the old French fry body on, and we'll put the Predator motor on. That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah.
With the weenie pipe.
Weenie pipe.
Really? He gets the weenie pipe?
Yeah, I got a weenie pipe.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Open that son gun up.
Well, clones, that's all it used to be before they
The
went to
weenies?
beak pipes.
Was
Yeah.
it?
Well, now that Blue Earth is going to have a Predator class, so
Yeah.
Really wish they got Junior Predator too, and I really hope they can. They're doing it right over there, and this is what I mean. They got a putt-putt.
Yep.
They got a rookie. They got a Junior Predator. And then they go Junior 1, Junior 2. We don't have that where we're at.
No.
Rookie cage. And if you wanted to go flat kart racing, there is no in between.
No.
Rookie cage right to Junior 1.
Junior 1.
yeah.
Which is fine, but Junior 1 is very aggressive, just like Junior 2.
Yeah.
But they have it for the wing side. They have an R-Box.
Yes.
They have Junior Wing.
Yes.
So I really hope, and Tony Conkey over at Eagle Valley, get you in the screen too.
Hello.
Over at Eagle Valley has been talking about putting a Junior Predator class together. And I know people got their thoughts on Predator, and whatever. It's a cheap motor. but it's a stepping stone class, and we need a stepping stone class, especially at Mississippi Thunder.
Yes.
Well, I'll tell you, I'll give you my thoughts on it when I race it down at Emma. And I'll give you my full what I think of it. And
Oh, you're talking about when we go down to Emma. When you race the Predator.
Yeah.
Well, like I keep telling them, literally, and a lot of people don't know this, but literally the Predator is what Clone was 15 years ago.
Exactly.
It is identical to how the Clone was.
Pricing the clones right out.
Correct.
Right out of the ballpark.
Correct.
So.
Correct. And eventually, well, you're seeing it now at our track. Lots of local clone racers. Actually, Stevens told me, he goes, I'm retired from clone. He says, I have no plans to ever race a clone again.
True. Yeah.
He's happy with the 206.
Yeah. Yep.
So, and you're seeing that.
It took me a little adjustment to get used to it, but 206 is the next top class, right?
Around here, yeah.
Yeah. And like the clones are now what the animals used to be, type of deal. So it's just natural racing evolution, and like Wyatt said, the Predator now is what the clones was. You know, buy $100 motor from Harbor Freight, maybe throw in, you know, some cheap add-ons, and you go race. You know, but and now $100. You got another bleep right there.
Bleep.
So the Predators will catch up. I give it one more year until some of the serious engine builders will really take a hold of rebuilding them.
Yep.
But
yeah, like his Waller, because he says, I'm not touching them right now.
no.
And the big thing is there's no set rules.
No, right. There's no body, right?
Predator is kind of a class track-to-track rule set.
Right.
Like Arc Racing, they came up with roughly the current clone rules.
Yep.
And then NKA and all them adapted them.
Correct.
And said, all right, you got a good set of rules, we'll sanction it.
Yep. Yep.
All right, well then the motor builders can go off of that because they have black and white what they can do and what they can't do.
Yep.
And right now, Predator isn't that way. A lot of people, and that's what Emma's is doing, is following Millbridge, which is fine. If there's a track, like say Millbridge, that has a set of rules and it's working great, and other tracks start adapting it, perfect. Keep that going, and eventually someone needs to write that down and say, NK, will you adapt this for us? Yep. Sanction this.
Yep. Yep.
But that's what's going to take before, like you said, before the serious builders will do it.
You correct. Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
And eventually then, instead of spinning on 4,800 RPMs, us as racers, I want a little more, okay? Well, then they'll start looking for what they can do to increase it. And 10, 12 years down the road, they're going to be an $1,100 motor, $1,200 motor, spinning 7,000 RPMs.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, Harbor Freight or another company will come out with this cheap motor again.
Yep, and it'll start all over.
It's just the evolution. Yep. You got to be willing to kind of adapt with the evolution.
One thing I do miss is the old flatheads with the bugles.
Right?
God,
sound-wise?
Dude,
yeah.
You can't beat those.
No, they were loud, too.
Oh, God, yes.
Yours sounded like a stock car back in the day. Right? It was loud. Yeah, back at the Thunder Hill times.
Good old days.
Then you get about 80 you guys going down the back stretch, and all of a sudden you're all in harmony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still hear it, too.
So, I don't know. I think we're kind of slowing down here.
Yeah, Dad's been working on his cart. I've been kind of dragging my feet on the go-kart.
Well, you worked this morning, too.
Yeah, so did he, but he's been busting butt.
Worked at DCA Race Fab today.
No?
Oh, you went into work. Work.
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
Snow removal.
Oh, fun.
That's what he did this morning.
So did I, but just my driveway.
7.5 hours. Good money on a Saturday.
Yeah. Time and a half?
Oh, yeah.
Word. Word.
Yeah.
So that's our take regarding, I have my own take on another, we don't have a stepping stone on class for junior 2 to adult class. Because in theory, sportsman's in theory is the beginner class.
Yes, because there should technically be a class above sportsman, right?
Not at our track.
Not at our track.
Technically, there
Sportsman
should
is
be.
the high class.
Yes.
There's no
Intermediate.
right.
Right.
Yes. Yeah.
And
Predator would be a good.
Predator would be a great class, even if you did a junior Predator and even an adult Predator class.
Yeah.
Right.
Because what we have, and I've talked about this before, is we have such a diverse group.
Yes. We got ex-clone racers that have backed off into this, and then we got new guys that are just getting into the sport or just transferring to that class from Junior 2. And it makes for situations. So, yeah.
So, and I came up with an idea and presented it to a lot of people, which seemed to be pretty on board, but the main person hasn't really said much, so time will tell. Time will tell. But we need to... I remember back when Hunt the Front, I was listening to a podcast about why did crate motors take off down by them so much?
Yeah.
And basically the drivers didn't want to spend the money on the motors anymore.
Sure.
Yeah.
So they started buying crates and basically said, you got to start creating classes for us to run these, otherwise we're going somewhere else.
Yeah.
So now you got 602 crate, 604 crate, and then you got the open motor, which if you want to go in go-karting terms, it would be 602 would be more like your Predator.
Yep.
Your 604 would be more like your 206, and then your open would be your clone or animal motor.
Correct. Yep.
And in our situation, I think we need to adapt a system like that. Yes, we might split our numbers up a little bit. We might not be having a 20-cart field, but in 3 years, both classes could have 20-cart fields.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
So it's a long-term plan,
Yep.
and it would help a lot of people. Not just the current racers, but even the new racers. It would. So, but it is what it is. We have to keep evolving, and hopefully we can. But in the meantime, we have Emma on the mind.
Yeah. Can't wait.
Word.
Can't wait.
Word. So, I believe we got food ordered. We're gonna get some Pizza King subs.
Yep.
Pizza King subs.
Not
a sponsor. Next time we'll have to probably do some A&W.
Word.
Maybe we get Tommy over here sometime. He can eat with us and talk.
There you go.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have to do that. So,
we should do a sit down sometime, just Q&A.
yeah.
You know, have people put questions on. Just put them in the comments, and we'll sit down and we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Like a little podcast type.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'd be down.
Yeah. Just kind of have a round table in here, just kind of.
No, maybe.
What about a square table?
Oh, it could be a square table.
Would that be all right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
One of our wives could ask us the questions.
We're going to have buzzers who can answer it the quickest.
Well, I don't know if we'd
Make a game show out of it.
I don't know if we'd have to make a game show out of it, but you know.
Word.
But let's see here. Corey's got his body almost on. We're going to adjust the spindles, I think. Put them back to...
Yeah, and put tires back on it and drop around scales.
I'm going to measure out the tires right now. Make sure I don't have to regrow them again.
Yep.
They should be good, but I'll double check.
Yep.
And we're going to go from there. So,
See you guys in a bit.
yeah. Well, we talked for 12 minutes, so they probably want to get back to some action.
I will.
Right?
Yeah.
Hopefully not sleeping. All right, we're going to put you back down. Be back. All right, well, as you saw, we actually had Corey's rear end out, as you saw in the video, because it was super tight. I know it's not the clutch, but it's definitely, that rotor is warped. It literally, and you can't really see it in the video, but it's literally warped like a bowl. And it's definitely hitting. It's hitting on the inside. There's a tight spot. Actually, it looks like it's more on the left side of the rotor now. Because the ren's free. We thought maybe we had a bad bearing. But it's definitely the rotor hitting the pads. So we're going to have to get that rotor switched out before Emma. So, and actually we kind of noticed on my dad's ren, which he's putting in the Scythe, it's got a small little dish to it. Not one I would be concerned about, but I think we might be upgrading him to a thick rotor too. So, but I think Corey's got his body mounted. Nope, not finished. So we'll have to finish mounting up the body, and I'll throw some tires on, and now we're gonna throw them on the scales. What do you say, old man?
Yeah.
You're in the little screen.
I'm in the corner.
You're in the little screen. So I think we're gonna be eating here soon. I'm getting hungry.
Yeah, I am too.
Getting hungry. And then probably call her a night. Call her a night. Been pretty busy. So and then we'll have to. We got the holidays coming up, and then we're gonna have to hit it pretty hard after the holidays. Finish up the old man's cart. I got to get his tires figured out, so that means where are the Max's tires? Those in the trailer still, or those? We'll have to go through those, figure out your set of tires on. So I don't know if everyone looked, but he was pointing up here, up here.
Up there.
It's got a rack behind the TV. So that's the key. Keep the tires in good elements to last longer for you. Oh yeah, as you can see, right up there in that corner. So I'll have to figure out his tires for Emma. I got a couple sets of tires from a couple years ago that we actually prepped for Delaware for Corey. I think one of them will be pretty good for him to run. So I punched Corey's tires that he ran. They got a little harder, but they've also been sitting. So I'm going to leave them where they're at. They're at a good duro. And depending on track condition, I'll start prepping accordingly. So what are you doing over there? You being noisy? Being annoying, aren't you?
Now look at the fitment on this brake line. You know, it's not a, it's a standard quality line, but it runs real nice on the frame, right to the brake rotor.
Yep.
You know, we got a nice run on this one too. You know, we got them running right along the frame.
Goes right to the caliper. Okay.
Come look at that.
I got what you're saying. All right. I got you.
This isn't all the stuff that we found, but
All right. It's short. Can't run it along the frame nicely. I got you.
you see air bubbles all in there.
Means we'll have to take the brake bleeder and we'll push the fluid through.
Yep. Yeah.
True that. Is what it is.
Probably get a little bit better braking if I get the airlines.
Yeah. Well, JP told me a long time ago, he says, you can sit and pump them brakes forever. You'll never get the air out of it. It's not like a car. He says, all you'll do is you'll move the air bubble back and forth. He says, you'll never actually push the air out. He says, that's why you get a brake bleeder, which was like $10.
Yeah, very reasonable.
Take it and you push the fluid and pushes it through the line out the caliper. Then you'll get a solid pedal.
Yeah.
And we've had good results with it.
Yeah.
So we'll have to do that with this then. So, word.
Other people have used it. But it's coming along.
We're getting there. It's looking like a Kart again.
I'm thinking we'll bleed it before I throw the seat on.
I think good idea.
Yeah.
It's a good idea. So,
Maybe I'll lay a pan here and just...
and normally we would take the pans off. We don't run the floor pans. We run the one in the front, and we like it so it's easier mounting weight on the seat, adjusting the seat. For us, it's just we prefer without it.
Yeah.
Now, if we were running a quarter-mile track and clicking 80 miles per hour and drafting was a key, all right, I could see putting it on, but we're not doing that.
If this ring works for me, and I decide to purchase it, Nothing that a Sawzall won't take care of.
That's right. That's right. True that. True that.
So,
Yeah, this is Ryan is being nice and letting us run it. Basically a test, see if it's worth it, and then we might purchase this one if he wants to buy a used one, or we might purchase a new one. It's going to be up to the old man. So, but JP is...
it'll be just the frame.
Yeah. Yeah, basically we just purchased the frame and swap everything off the Minicon onto here.
Yeah.
So,
The best thing these chassis builders did is to be able to do that.
well, they went through...
You bend a cart, then you got to buy a whole new cart.
Well, PRC went through a period there. They came out with the Minicon, and then a year later they came out with the Deuce. And then literally a year later they came out with the Scythe. And I asked JP one day over at Waller, I said, what the heck? PRC usually goes 3-4 years, and then they design a new kart.
Yeah.
He said basically what it came down to is they're trying to meet the needs of all the drivers, and all the drivers doesn't want to change their program. And you can't run the same tire program on a Minicon that you would run on a Recon or a Phenom or anything. Nothing. You can't take a stiff chassis tire program and put it on a soft chassis tire program. It doesn't work. So, and I told Corey a long time ago, before you bought that Minicon, I knew we could make it fast.
Yeah.
I told him I knew what we had to do and it would meet his driving style.
Yep.
And it sure has, hasn't it?
Yeah, I forgot I was actually driving a Nemesis.
Yeah. But
I like that frame.
yeah,
Personally,
it's a good feel.
Yep.
Meets our type of track conditions and your driving style, and that's what we're trying to find now with Dad. The Triton was there. The Triton was there for him.
Yep.
And like Matt Troush had a Triton. He told me at the beginning of last year, I have no reason to buy another kart.
Yep.
Triton's doing just fine. Well, he just bought himself a Scythe. And the big thing everyone keeps telling us is the Scythe feels like a Triton. It's just got better, faster roll speed through the corners.
Right. It's the updated version.
Yeah.
It's like the updated version of a Nemesis for a
Minicon,
Same
correct.
thing.
Yep.
Yep.
So now you got Troush. Obviously, he felt, well, I could pass up the offer, but it's going to improve the racing program at a track like Mississippi Thunder. Low grip track like we got. So.
And it even works well on high grip tracks. So it's a good all around track. You know?
Well, that's what we're finding with you, with that Minicon. It's been meeting all our needs, even the high grip track.
Yeah.
The Golden Spike was a pretty high grip track, and it worked great over there.
It did, yeah. And Troush, he knows his stuff, so I don't take his opinion lightly.
No, I was shocked when all of a sudden someone came over and said, hey, Troush has he bought a Scythe. He's running 2 classes at Rice Lake the final weekend. So, but
It should be a good kart for Dad.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. It'll be a good test for him again. Yeah, it's not the same track conditions as we have, but big thing is the seat position might be better for him with this kart. He'll be a little more comfortable with the steering wheel. We had you pretty scrunched up in that Minicon, huh?
Yeah.
Compared to your Triton.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So, but you know what? We're kind of chilling out here, huh? Maybe should we close off the vlog?
I think so.
It's been a long enough vlog. Dan's done the most work out of all of us.
Yeah.
You still got a side pod loose over there.
I haven't even tightened up the side pod. So.
I think we're gonna close this vlog out.
Appreciate y'all, and we'll keep cranking out the content.
That's right.
Bring you along on our journey.
Well, I got like 2.5 weeks off from work, so my goal is to hopefully crank out some pretty good videos next couple weeks here.
Right.
So, well, man, call our vlog, and we'll do it again another time. Yes, it's winter, but we're still working.
Oh gosh,
Doesn't stop. Never stops. No, they don't just get put against the wall or in a trailer and sit for 4 months and then get pulled out. We're always doing something. And I'm always thinking, too.
The mastermind.
Drives my wife nuts because this is all I talk about.
It's almost like a passion and obsession.
Kind of. Yeah. she knew going into the marriage.
Yep. Didn't you tell her racing is a part of me, and if you want out, here you go, here's your out. But
It was like 6 months of us dating, and I basically said, I don't know where racing is going to be in my life, but it is part of my life.
yeah.
And if that's going to be an issue, I don't want you to be that person that marries me and then tries to change me and get upset because I'm doing it, because I've had friends that's happened.
Yep.
I straight up and said, if that's going to be an issue, it's time to go.
Yep.
And she has hung around, and now she's got a daughter.
It's amazing how these wives go to the track and do what they do, want to learn. We're very blessed.
Yes, we are.
We are very blessed.
Yep.
We don't take it lightly. And I'll tell you what, all three of those girls, you get a few toddies in them, and holy cow, Sarah gets pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yes.
You betcha.
Oh,
Yeah,
Heidi
she
does too.
Oh, yeah.
Ashley.
Ashley. Golly.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's why we're blessed with
And my mom.
We have a hell of a race team.
Yeah,
That's all I
we
gotta
do.
say.
We're very blessed.
Well, Mom was right there with us when we were kids.
Yep.
Oh,
She was in the stands for the longest time until Ashley wanted to race.
yep.
And she begged, and she finally gave in and said, okay. And she pretty much was in the pits pretty much after that. She was in the pits when I raced my stock car.
She was just as fast as you two.
Oh yeah. She beat
Oh,
me
yeah.
big time.
She was just as fast.
Well, remember I made that comment at Race Lake's banquet that it's great to see how many females are involved, because like when Ashley raced, she was the only one.
Yeah.
The whole freaking pit, she was the only female.
Yeah.
I mean, you might have had like, I remember there was a husband. There was a husband-wife team that ran the unlimited mods that went for a while there, but otherwise there was no female racers like you see now, and it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Sometimes you wouldn't even know that there's
No.
females out there racing.
No.
And that's the way it should be.
Yep.
But holy cow, my phone just told me I'm at 5%.
Oh.
It just went dark.
There we go.
Well,
Like, subscribe. I'll let Momo do
Like,
it.
subscribe, comment, hit that bell. Appreciate y'all, and
yeah.
keep on coming back to the Wolf goodness.
With a wolf goodness. Word. Peace.